let's do this. I'm going to say happy Thursday, everybody. I'm going to remind everybody that for the 4th of July festivities, we are closing the office in recognition of the holiday early tomorrow. So the offices will be closed tomorrow at 2 p.m. and we will be closed for the holiday on Monday. Yay. So anybody who wants to come see me on Monday, sorry, I'm going to be swimming in my pool. I think, I don't know, something like that. Hopefully if the weather participates. We are so excited to continue with our awesome digital farming plan because this is the time. Has everybody been noticing the wind is changing, right? I mean, in my office 2 days ago, I had 4 price decreases. What? Price decreases? Things are coming back on market. We've had things falling through. This is the time. Sellers are feeling it. They need to get their house on the market now if they want to take advantage of a seller's market before we don't have a seller's market anymore. And that doesn't mean that the market's falling apart. It means that it's starting to stabilize, which for us is awesome, right? I like a stable market. This craziness needs to kind of end a little. Do I think that the prices are going to totally drop and fall through the bottom? No. Our average sales price in Central Florida is still crazy high, and that's a great thing. But I do think that it will not continue to rise at the rate it has been rising. But they need to understand that the rental rates, okay, and this is something that we want to talk about right now because all this, I want you to be thinking about what is the messaging going to be in your text message, what's the messaging on your webpage. Everybody can have different things, right? So I want you to think about who you're going to be texting it to, what that community is, and how you want to talk about why they need to list their home today, right? That's what we're talking about. And then we're going to create this page, and everybody's page does not need to look the same. I'm going to show you how to create a page, but your page can be different than everybody else's because remember how we texted. Did everybody get that text message from the other day? How I showed you how to text? That was obviously not the page we're using, but it gives you an idea of what it could look like, right? That's the key. Short, sweet, to the point. We want them to get to that neighborhood report. We want them to see what we want them to see, enough information that they want to do something. That's what we want. We want them to engage, right? That's the important part. But think about this, guys. In December of last year, rental rates rose 12% across the board in Orlando. That's insane. Okay, that's a fact. 12% increase on rental rates. And you guys know that it is against our rules and laws here in Florida that we cannot have rental what is it called? Good God, I have not drank my coffee yet. We have it in New York. Rent.
Gouging?
Well, no, we can do that. That is not against the law. We cannot do rental restrictions. In New York City, we call it, what was it called?
Rent controls.
Thank you. Rent control. That is against the law here in the state of Florida. So for us to use that as a way to stabilize, we would actually have to change our laws. Are you guys aware of that? So that is not really, and plus, guys, it never worked in New York City. I could tell you, it's a mess. You know what we have from rent stabilization, any kind of rent control. We called it rent stabilization and went to rent control. What you really have is people who stayed in these buildings for years and years and years. The poor landlords, the ones that really cared, couldn't raise the rent. They had to ask the people who lived there if they could raise the rent. Of course, the people said no. So what did they do? They didn't care about the building. So the buildings all went into disarray. And then they got a bunch of slumlords. That's where that term came from, right? Does that help anybody? No. So that is not a solution. So we know that that's a problem. So what does that mean for people who want to sell? Well, if they say, well, people won't want to buy because interest rates are too high, well, they can't rent because A, there's no rentals available, and B, the rental rates are too high. So then we could talk about a great program that Tom's going to share. We could put a little snippet about, and if you think it's too high, guess what Tom Wommans are doing right now? You can actually still get a rate somewhere in the 4s. Is that too high? I don't think so. And maybe put a link to South State Bank, right? So these are things that we could have on that page. So you could actually, interested in having your cake and eating it too? That's a great follow-up text, right? Sell at while the prices are still high and buy while you can still get a rate in the 4s. Is that still possible, Tom? We can't hear you because you're on mute. We can see you talking though.
Yes, it is.
Thank you for
Try
sharing.
that again.
But you see what I'm saying, guys? These are follow-up little text messages. Interested in learning how? Click here for the rates and the fours. Click here to see how much you can get for your home, right? We could do that in these follow-up text messages because once we've set this up, it's just a matter of click, text, right? We hit and it auto sends to everybody. We will give them an opt out because, you know, that is part of the do not text rule, which by the way, I got a text message today. Shall I join? I'm going to join the Zoom here, right? Anybody getting these things? Oh, that's interesting. I don't have it here. Oh, that's sweet. Anybody getting text? Hey, I'm Jaya. Okay, let's put it up on the screen then. Anybody getting solicited by text? Nobody?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Well, I got one today. I was going to show it to
All
you.
the time.
Thank you. That should be going on there. Here we go. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Okay. Yeah. We got Miss Becky Bernadine on there. We got Miss Lisa Rudakowski who's hiding her face. What does that mean? You didn't do your makeup today, Lisa? Come on, what's going on? Everybody else is showing your face. Yes, I called you out. Thank you, Lisa. All right, appreciate you. All right, I'm gonna join the Zoom because I want to put my phone on here too. And I'm gonna go join. And I'm gonna do them in here. Okay, and I'm joining. Okay, so now I'm in here again. Stay participant. Got it. Okay. No audio. Okay, so you can see my phone and I'm going to share my screen. Oh, I have to enable that. Hold on. Security, share screen. All right. Share screen. Good Lord. Screen. Mm-hmm. Okay, can everybody see my screen now on my phone? Yes. Okay, so I just got this text. Oh, did it go away? Okay. What happened? Did you guys lose it? That was weird. Screen. Start broadcast. Screen broadcast. Okay, everybody sees it. Now, I got this today. Can you guys still hear me? Everybody hear me? Yeah? Okay. This came today. Well, I get these things all the time, but at least they say, see, reply stop to stop. See that at the bottom? That's all you really need. I don't stop these. I should because I think they're probably fake. Look at this. Last call, Gotha, 495 for sub-buy owners, sellers are downsizing. Kids have to move out. They'll move to the lake as soon as this home is under contract. It's a listing lead, $20. Do we think these are real? Probably not. They seem like crackpot stuff, but I still have them come in just because I don't know, for some reason I find them interesting.
Gary, I've been getting them from like California. Like I'm a referral partner. I'm getting a lot from California. I don't know why. And it's coming through my business line, which means I'm being solicited somehow.
But at least I could hit stop and they would stop, right?
We did do one of those and they just gave us a phone number.
Uh-huh.
Ended up we called and the person was so upset on the other one because apparently they sold this lead to like 100 people.
Well, they probably are. So it could be a real lead. Oh, they weren't.
It's just, you know,
So they probably are scams, but I just
on something on Facebook and then they got the number in there and they sold the number to hundreds of people.
well, what I'm kind of interested in, honestly, is how they keep telling the stories. That's what I'm interested in looking at. Notice how when they're soliciting me, everyone is a story. So I'm just actually looking at it for marketing purposes because I'm interested to see how they're marketing to me. Obviously, I'm never going to click on it nor pay $20 because it's retarded. But look at this one. She did it as if she knows me. I don't know this person. Good day. I'm sorry to bother you. That was smart, right? Trying to make me feel bad like she's bothering me. She says who she is. Okay, first of all, problem with this one is what? Way too freaking long. Am I going to read this thing? All this text and bush hugging and remove. I mean, it's so many words all shoved together. Hey, Steph, I'm already like turned off, right? Are you guys? Bad solicitation. But here's the real problem. Ready? Oh. Do you see reply stop to stop? She doesn't know the rules, or he, we don't know. I think she made it sound like it was a girl, Jessica. She needed to say reply stop to stop or something like that, right? Opt out. She needed to give me an opt out. She did not give me an opt out. So could I report this person? I could. But where do I report it to? Nobody knows. So that's the reality of it. There's really there is a do not text, but who manages the do not text registry? Nobody really knows. I don't even know, to be honest. So where would you report it to? But at the same token, somebody does know, somebody does do it, and I just don't want to be the one being reported. So we're going to follow the rules. We're going to make sure we give an opt out. Everybody with me? And we never want it to look like this, because I don't know about you, but I wouldn't even read that. The first thing I would do is I would opt out. Would you not? I would block. I don't even bother with an opt out. I would go to info and I would hit block caller. That's what I always do. Do you guys do that? I'm a block caller. I have like so many numbers blocked. Oh, I got this thing yesterday. I blocked that. Oh, I deleted him. Oh yeah, because he was really annoying me. Do I have it here? No. Oh goodness. Yeah, I deleted him. You can't see your deleted messages, can you? Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait. Look at these. Are you interested in learning more? This is terrible too. I just said no. But it wasn't an opt out, right? Are you interested in learning more? No, leave me the hell alone. I'm going to see if he replies back and tries to send me another one, right? I'm testing these people. I want to see what they're going to do if they're using that as an opt out or they're not. And I'm doing this for our texting, right? To see if this is going to substitute as a, an opt out or not. But I had this other one yesterday asking me that he's an investor. I get these all the time, right? And blah, blah, whatever. And then he uses my name. So he got me from somewhere. And I, just for fun, because we're doing this, I texted him back yesterday and I said, I'm a broker. I could get you a wonderful agent, right? Because he said he's a commercial, he needs commercial property, blah, blah, blah. And he replied back, I need to know your level of experience. And so clearly he didn't even read, or whoever, what I said. Right? So here I know it's just a series of messages. So then I reply back, as I said, I'm a broker with 20 years of experience. You wouldn't even be working with me. And they reply back again, something not relevant to what I said. And then I said, not interested, and I blocked it. Right? I just blocked the message because clearly that is a simple campaign that is on some kind of an automatic setup. If you get a reply, it's auto messages that are already set up with teasers because no one's reading the responses. That's terrible, right? We don't ever want to be that person. So
what are you looking for on the other one?
Probably some, like, are you on a team? Do you work by yourself? I don't know. Bizarre. Like, yeah. So, obviously it's not somebody just being a creeper, because if it was, they would be responding to what I said. They weren't obviously even reading what I said. So, but the point is, with all that stuff being out there, we want to make sure we're not doing anything like that at all. So that's why when we look at, who did I send it to yesterday? I sent it to, who did I send one to? Good Lord. Oh, goodness. Who did I send one to? Stacy. This one. Hi, Stacy. Thought you might be interested with this. Hope all is well with this, right? That little thing right there, right? That is not near. And then just, you could always say, reply stop to stop or something like that. Reply no to opt out or something like that, right? Not annoying, not too much words, right? But now we wouldn't say those words. We would say something about the community. Hi, Stacy. We talk about the community. Stats in your community. This is how many sold. We'd say something specific about the community. And then we click on the page that goes to the web page we're going to create right now, talking about their community, right? With the flip book, which would be their neighborhood report, right? Which is not this. And what are we going to put on here? Why they need to think about selling. This is obviously not the page we're using. Everybody with me? Something that makes them engage. Yes?
Sorry, just a quick question because we're talking about the opt-out. can we, because we want this to seem like a personal message,
Yes,
is it okay to just say, let me know if you don't want to be included, or can we say something that's
absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't have to seem like a computerized thing.
right? Okay,
Mhm. Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, stop share. So everybody with me. So the web page shouldn't be long, in my opinion. Or we want to get to the crux of the information up top, because I think the neighborhood report should be the first thing you see with a little bit of information. Everybody with me? Because we want them to see that first. So we're going to go into our website right now. Everybody have your website open? Which is here. So open your hub, your website. And we're going to create a page. Which is, you hit on the 3 little dots on the right-hand side. Oh my goodness. See, the internet is your friend because it makes me go slow. So you could ask questions, catch up, you know, that kind of thing. Stacey, you like when the internet's slow, right? You like that because it gives you time to slow me down. You like that?
Well, if it's slow on your end, then it's even more delayed on my end because I'm on a Zoom with you. So
Ah.
like, it's like, I'm like, how the hell did she get to that spot? I'm like, that's me.
Okay, so when you get to your web page, you click the 3 dots on the right-hand side and you hit new page. Everybody with me? Okay, so the new page, my suggestion, the name of this page up here is your URL. This will be visible whenever anybody looks at it. This is what you see up here. Okay, this is what comes after carrieprieto.premiersotheby'srealty.com/. This is what's here. Okay, so I suggest putting this as the community name. So for fun, I'm just going to do Lauria Park. You have to have an underscore because it's a URL. It cannot be without a name. Okay, then you need a header. So I might say, what's happening in Laureate Park? It's a good one, right? You could say anything different if you want. What's Laureate owners in Laureate Park owners, owning in Laureate Park, selling in Laureate Park. You can say whatever you want. Okay. That is just the thing. Now, these are the different page templates they have. This is if you want to have, these are segregated separations. So in a web page, this is just a blank page. This is a blank page with lead capture. These have separate spots. So it depends on what you want to put on this page. So if you say to me, Carrie, I want to have the book here, and then right next to it, I want to put some mortgage information right next to it. This might be a really good template for you because it's going to be visible. But remember, they're looking at this on a cell phone, right? We're texting this. So realistically, more than likely, whatever format we pick isn't probably going to matter that much. You know what I mean? Because when they see it, it's probably going to look all long anyway. Does that make sense to everybody? Because how it looks on a phone is never how it looks on your screen.
Trying to get it to mute.
Okay, so I would suggest probably just use the lead capture one because the reality is it's probably the simplistic one and it's probably the easiest to use. Does that make sense for everybody? So click on that and hit create. So in this header, you might say, let's go to open up MLS. Oh God, they're gonna make me log in. It's never gonna be good. We need a little data, don't we? Would you agree? We need a little catchphrase about, oh God, now I've signed out. Why did I sign out? Anybody annoyed with MLS? What are they doing over there? By the way, for those of you on the call, anybody who's taking a listing, but they don't want to do a listing right now because it's a for sale by owner and you want to get data sold entry only, you cannot just simply take the listing later and us add it in later. Their sellers causing a lot of problems. So if that's the case, we have a new way to do that. I'm going to set out a video about it later. The best thing to do is take your commission agreement like you normally do, right? And an owner exclusion form for the MLS. Okay, everybody with me? And we'll talk about it later.
But is it showing the MLS?
No. We're gonna, unless you wanted to show in the MLS. I mean, then if you want to show in the MLS, we have no problem.
This email, this page that we're creating,
Mhm.
it's very specific to a point in time, right? Because we're adding a report of what's happening in the market.
This is a neighborhood report. Mhm.
How often do you recommend updating that page?
Well, we're using it right now to text to sellers.
To text the sellers, but then let's say they have a friend and they just forward it next month. Now the information is irrelevant because it's from last month.
So I would renew the information
Okay, so
monthly.
Every month have that.
Mhm.
Have a day to update all your neighbors or all your neighborhood.
Well, listen, if you are doing this as a texting thing, you're going to make sure you're giving them new stuff every
Yes.
month, right? So I would do it. What in God's name? Is anyone also finding that MLS is doing this to you? What in the hell?
Yes, it's signing off.
Ah,
5 times a day.
I'm gonna breathe. Oh. This is my sign in. Are you having trouble? Yes, I'm having trouble. Why would they not let me sign in? Oh my gosh.
Close it and open it up again. What fixed it for me yesterday?
So what I'm trying to do is come up with a little information about Loria Park to say what's happening with their neighbors, right? We want to do that because we want to let them know why they may want to consider selling. What's happening? There's a change in the wind, right? We want to say something quickly. And while this is possibly going to let me in, oh my God, it did. You're right. It worked. What is retarded about that? Everything. How come I can't even get over to like, you can't even see that. Okay, matrix, there we go. Okay, you guys are so quiet over there. You could unmute yourself and talk. We could have a conversation like this. Okay. All right, so we're gonna search really quickly in the MLS, right? Residential. Can I borrow this here paper? I'm gonna say sold. And let's see what's happened. 1/1/2022 to, what's today's date? The 30th, 6, thank you, 30/2022. And the zip is 32827. And we want Loria Park. Now, why did I pick Loria Park? Because it's big, right? So Loria Park, and there's multiple types of homes. So if I was going to do Loria Park, I probably would set it up by singles, by towns, right? So I might say, let's look at single family right now. So in single families, the whole year to date, right? 1/1 to 6/30, we've had 69 sales in 2022, right? Now let's look at this data again. And you guys have seen me do this before, but we're going to take a look because what are we looking at? We want something to say to catch their attention. Now I'm going to probably pull this and just text this to single family owners and say something different to townhome owners, right? Because in Loria Park, they have a distinctive difference in price too, don't they? Okay, so $894, right, is the close price. $599, and days on market, guys, are 7. Now I'm going to look at the same thing from last year, right? Everybody's seen me do this before. Stace, you look either perplexed by the numbers or perplexed by what I'm doing. You care to share?
I'm like, No, I'm like following you, but I'm like, why would we send, I guess if we're sending them a market report,
No, we're not.
then
We're not sending them a market report. 134. We're looking for a catchphrase to put on top is what we're looking for.
okay, so, all right.
So we're not going to do a market report, but we need something to say. We're looking for something to say. And I found
I'm just
it.
following you, how you even got that, but that I see now. Okay, all right.
Okay, so here's
I was
what
a
we're
little
going to
close
say.
to my screen.
Okay, oops. So this is what we're going to say. Okay, we can't talk about the fact that because this is interesting, we actually have 65 less people who sold their home this year. We don't want to talk about that, right? It's probably not a thing we're going to lead with. But what we could be leading with, 617, 209. Is the fact that this year alone, your neighbors that have taken advantage of the market this year have sold on average for more than $277,000 more. Do you think that's interesting? Than last year. That's interesting. But the market is turning. So now I'd want to see how many price decreases. I would talk about the fact that the market is shifting. And if you want to take advantage of the hottest sellers market that we have had, now is still the time, right? And then you put the neighborhood report. So on my webpage, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, did you know? Right? This year alone, your neighbors in Laureate Park have sold their home 18 days faster for more than 277,000. Now this, we want to bold, right? Let's bold this part too. Bold, right? Do you think that that would be right? The market is turning. See what is happening today. Turning. Did I spell turning wrong? I did. Ah. Turning, right? See what is happening today. And then what am I going to put here? I'm going to add. Anybody? A neighborhood report, right? Because that's going to tell them what's happening. So I'm going to save this page. Anybody like that? Anybody think that's interesting if you got the text on that? Did you know that this year alone, your neighbors in Laureate Park have sold their home 18 days faster for more than $277,000 on average? Do you think you'd look at that? I would. If somebody texted me that, I'd be like, holy crap. Now, I'm going to add my book. So where is my book? Well, I got to go back in here. I got to go back to my neighborhood reports. Let me move my pictures. Neighborhood trend report. I think I have one for Laureate Park. Yep, I did one. Let's take a peek at it. Every time you've created a book, you just click on it and it updates it. So you don't ever have to do it again. Just click on it. But this is what you do have to do with it. You click on it. Okay, for your happy place. Okay, and it tells you about the sold price. It shows you what's happening in the neighborhood, properties on the market, right? And it shows this. Pretty cool, right? So now what do we do to get this as a PDF? Anybody? Anybody? How do we turn it into a PDF? I can't hear you, Stace.
Oh, you scroll down.
And click
There's
on.
This is convert report to PDF.
Yes,
Right
I'm
there.
so proud of you. Convert to PDF. You're so good.
Oh my
star
God, I'm
student.
so slow.
You got it. Now I may have added that one in. So then we go into where? Access, right? Into which one? Yes, Andrea, presentation suite, right. We open that. We're gonna be so good at this. We're all gonna be like pros. But the key is, guys, once this is set up, then we just send it and reach and go auto. And now, because Lisa showed how to do the auto, you click it one time and it does it all for you.
Do you on your cell phone create then a group?
You upload it,
No,
you
of-
import it. Once we
of your
do
contacts?
from our mind, we download the list from the neighborhood and we import them as
Oh,
a
okay.
group. It's so simple. How great is that? So once they're in there, it's just set and play, right? So now we're gonna go to, oh, Gloria Park Neighborhood Report. Look, I already did it. I'm so good. So I downloaded it. I uploaded it. Where is it? Hello, what is this thing? Go away. And I actually put it in here the other day in my training as a neighborhood report. So I can click on it, edit. And let's take a peek at it. At the bottom. If everybody remembers, we did this the other day, right? Let's take a peek. What do we do to this? Let's preview it. Now remember, this is set though, because we uploaded the PDF. Remember? So this, to your point, Andrea, we have to upload that again every month. Okay, so let's take a peek.
Upload to the presentation suite? but
Yes.
Not, but then do I have to take the presentation suite put
And
back,
import
or
it
the-
back
or does
into,
it-
you have to import it back
Back.
into the page. So we look at it.
It has to be a monthly thing, yeah.
Now notice I also added that from the market report because it's pretty cool. It looks good, right?
But now since it's a PDF, is it clickable for them
Well,
on the listing sites there? Or is he-
no, but we really don't want them to do that there because I'll show you what else we're gonna do in the webpage. Oh my God, so slow. Here's gonna be more listings. Okay. And then, oh, I put Dawn's face in there because that's what I did because I had her bio, but I can put mine in there. I added how much is my home worth, which is what? Clickable. That takes it to my page. So if they click on that, even if they're looking at it in my thing, it takes it to how much is their home worth. That's pretty good, right? So I added that in there. Now, am I gonna leave Dawn's thing in there? Yeah, because what do I care? Does it look a little weird that I have Dawn's thing in there? Should I make it my own? All right, let's see. If I needed to add my own, does anybody know where I get it? Come on, guys, where? Huh? Where's my bio live? On Insight, Andrea, you're like on fire. I love it. Woo! Okay, I go to Insight and I go to Associate Bios. See, the more you guys see this, you're gonna be like, oh, so simple. Carrie doesn't do anything that's hard at all. It's all so easy. Why doesn't she do something that's more difficult? And then you'll challenge me to do something more difficult, which I will take the challenge. Okay, and then you just look for your name, which my name is Carrie Prieto. And then you simply, now, what happens when I download this, guys? Remember the problem when I download this thing? It's a what? Yeah, it's a PDF. And I cannot use a PDF, can I? Because at this moment in time, when I've created the book, it cannot be a PDF So I'm going to put this on my desktop, but now I have to open this, show it in the folder with my preview and convert it to a JPEG. So it's an extra step, which is a little
Okay,
annoying.
but the market report you did.
Because at the beginning, I can start the book with as many PDFs as I wanted. So if I was smart, I would have added my PDF at the beginning. I could add the PDFs I wanted.
Once the book is done, uploaded, then you cannot
Correct.
add more PDFs.
Exactly.
But then if you need to update it every month with the new market report,
You're just going to create a new book.
can you duplicate and then edit that?
You can, but what's the point? Just
Or
create a new
convert
book.
that one to
I would
PDF.
just create a new book if it were me. If you create a new book, it's so much easier. We can close that
How
out.
many pages you suggest that book? It starts getting a lot.
I wouldn't do too long. You don't really need a
Like
long
6
book.
pages, something like that.
Yeah. Because you're just going to flip through it, right?
And also, when I click on the listing presentation, I send all the time to
Uh-huh.
possible sellers. When they click on their phone,
Yeah.
it is tiny.
Oh, they can make it bigger though. And you can save it as bigger. I'll show you how to do that.
It shows it like this thick,
Mhm.
like each page is,
Yeah, when you save it, I'll show you where you save it bigger.
Okay.
So what happened here? Open
It
with,
doesn't seem like they can open on,
Yeah.
full screen.
yeah, you have to save it bigger. I'll show you how to do that. I said open with preview. Here we go. So here, file, you want to export it. I'm going to save it as a JPEG. This is like 22 seconds here. That's taking me like 3 minutes because this thing's so freaking slow. Carry Prieto JPEG. All right. Now I'm going to go back, get rid of that, go back into my book. I'm going to take Dawn out, even though I love Dawn, but sorry, Dawn. I'm going to put myself in there. Where did I put Dawn? Anybody know where I put her? Oh, there she is. I'm going to upload, right, guys? I got to uploads on the left-hand side, upload media, find myself, desktop, carry, create a JPEG. Delete Dawn. Sorry, Dawn. And where is my upload? Oh, here it's coming. Slowly but surely. Yeah, when it's done doing its little thing, I'll move myself over. But you could put movies in here. You could put whatever you wanted. If you had a little video about yourself, whatever. Come on. There we go. Like if I wanted to also hyperlink this to my about me or my testimonials, I could do that too. I mean, I really don't want to, but I could. There we go. You can size it. So lovely. Isn't that great? So fabulous. Okay. So now I'm going to say share now. And this is where I'm going to show you how to make it bigger. Publish my book, my neighborhood report. I'm going to say publish. I'm making it public. Okay. Now embed. We need to embed this. Okay. This is where you need to make it bigger. Embed. Thank you. See the size? I'm going to make it 650. And now I'm going to hit copy. Otherwise, it's too small. 450 is tiny. So now I'm going to go into my web page that I'm creating. Everybody's with me? I'm going to go over here. Oh, I have to go back into edit mode. So remember, I saved it because I don't want to lose what I was doing. Click in here. Hello. My God, where is my little cursor? Here it is. And then what do I click on to embed something? Anybody know? Make it center. Come on. 5 points. What is it? YouTube. And I'm going to paste the embed code. And I'm going to say, okay. 'Cause I'm going to say, okay. And there's my book. See, nice and big. If I want to give it an extra space, I can, or not, if I don't want to do that. See that? Now, if I wanted to add homes, how do I do that? If I wanted to have the homes for him to search there, I could add a search. That's what this is. So I could see if I've created any searches, which I'm sure I have probably created for Laureate Park already. Eagle Laureate Park. And instead of creating the big one, gallery view, I'll just carousel. And now it'll have those homes that he can click on. But maybe I don't want that there, so I'm gonna say undo.
How do you save searches?
Oh, I'll show you how to do that. Ooh, what happened? Let me save what I've done so far. File, save. Everybody with me? Know how I did this so far? Maybe I want to put to see what your Laureate Park home is worth and put a button, right? I could put a button here and then I could put the save searches if I want to do that, right? But if I want to create a save search, I have to go back to my hub, right? And here I have to go into marketing and I go to listings, hold on, listing, sorry, my saved searches. And that's where those searches live. You say new. And just like you would create a market report, you create a search. So you could say, I already have the Laureate Park one. And you go into the MLS. And you do just like you would do for a regular one. And then you hit save, and then you have your save search right there.
Okay, so when you do it there, it already
Right.
automatically saves. Okay.
So all the save searches you see I have are right here. Once you have them there, you can always view your property. So let's look at Laureate Park, see what I do
But
have.
unassigned to the person.
No, these aren't assigned to anybody. They're just save searches that I created so that I could use them
For sure.
on pages. So see, and they are always updated.
Mhm.
So this shows what's available in Laureate Park right now. So I've created a bunch of them. So if they're doing a bunch of neighborhoods, you could create all these saved searches. Let's see what's going on in Eagle Creek right now. So at any point, if I ever wanted to add this to any page, they're always going to pull up what's active in those communities. And you can either pull them up by selecting it, you know, like you do when you're doing a saved search. But if there's like a lot of them that you have to select, you better just to draw the map. So you could do either drawing the map or you can pull up all the names. See what I'm saying? So we have Village Walk, Lake Nona Country Club and Golf. I had to draw that one. Keynes Point. We got a bunch of them in here. See? 500 plus. You could do it by price point, do any way you want to. But once you've created them, they're here available for you to use them on your web pages. Everybody good with that? Now, I like something called the Button Factory. Of course I do. So what is the button? You know, people ask me these things. How do I find these things? Thebuttonfactory.com. Here it is. Where is it? Where'd it go? Thebuttonfactory.com. There it is. Oh, wait, thebuttonfactory.com. Where'd you go? Thebuttonfactory.com. The Button Factory.com. So these actually just create buttons for you and you can download them. So if I want to say, how much can I get for my Laureate Park home? You can make it whatever you want. You can change the colors. If you want it to be the Sotheby's blue, you can actually copy that code and paste it in there, however you want to do it. You can change the font to be these different fonts if you want. Yeah, I don't know what that looks like. Let's see. Oh, it's a little crazy. It's a little bit too crazy for my taste. Open sans. There you go. Pretty simple. And, you know, change it the size of the font, however you want it to. Then all you can do is you can either download it, save it, copy it, however you want to do that. So let's say I download it. Download. Okay. And now, has it downloaded it yet? Hello. Still downloading. God, it's moving so slow. Okay. Did it download? Did it do it? Now I can go ahead and import that into my page. So if I'm here at my page, I got to edit it again, right? File, edit. And I recommend saving your page. It does not autosave. So if you want to walk away and go do something like that,
Okay.
save your page in between. You'll be very mad when you come back and you're like, what in the world happened? I lost it. Also, another thing you always have to do, you'll know that you're in edit mode when this thing goes away and you're like, what the heck happened to that? Because that means if you see the iframe that you're in edit mode. Always give yourself tons of space between you and this name thing down here, because if you mess that code up, you cannot fix it. So if you mess that up, start a new page. You cannot fix that. I can't fix it. You can't fix it. Trust me, unless you know how to code, which I don't know how to code. I know how to play with code, but I cannot code. Don't even try. If someone fills this in, what happens is you get a text message and they get an email, you get an email. It's got a lot of coding written in there. So if you mess any of that up, none of that stuff happens. So it's waste, right? So then here I'm going to say center. And now I'm going to say upload a picture. And I'm going to upload and I'm going to choose file. And then where is the recent thing I downloaded? Oh, it's probably in downloads. Where's my button factory? Where is it? Where's my button factory? Hello? Did it not open? What happened to it? Okay. Oh, there we go. Why is it making me do that? Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay, didn't work for some reason before. Now I'm going to go back to my page. Choose file. Downloads. Where the heck did the button go? Recent. Oh, there it is. Button. Downloads. No, not that. Downloads. There you go. Okay, so where do I want this to go? Where's my stupid thing? Open. Oh, you can't send to server. All right, now I want to also make this the center of the page. Now I also want to, there we go, add a hyperlink. So where do I want this to go to? So I'm going to go over here, go to my website front page again. I wanted to go to how much my home is worth, right? So I need to create a hyperlink on that picture. So I got to go to what's your home worth. So when I get this URL, what the hell? Oh my God. What is your home worth? So slow. I can't even. Come on. Thank you. I have to go there. And now I want to take this, right? And create a hyperlink. So now, when they click on this, right, what's going to happen? Edit link, make sure it goes to my page. So if they click on that, it's going to go to that page, right? And now below that, I'm going to add my search for the Laureate Park Homes. And again, I'm just going to do the 3 because I don't want it to be too much. And then maybe I'm going to say at the bottom, for more personalized information, fill for more personalized, or a more personalized report, maybe? Or what do you think? In your information below. Better that I don't do that. What do you guys think of that? For a, yeah, no, maybe so. Let's do that bigger, like,
Should you offer for monthly reports? Automatic.
I don't know if I would say that here in the first one. You know, this is just a page we're gonna send, right? But let's see what we have. I mean, you can say whatever you want. This is your
Like, do you
page.
see more of these or, you know,
Well, remember, you're texting, and this is what they're getting when they're text. You know what I mean? So in the text message, you also have to say something.
where does this page live in your website?
Nowhere unless you assign it to somewhere.
Then how do I find it?
You're texting to people. You'll find it in
Yeah.
your bell. So what do you guys think?
But if they go on my website, they can't find it.
They can't find it unless you want them to.
Well, you could do neighborhoods and then have.
You
ones that have
could.
already done and updated.
You
monthly,
totally
but they have
could.
to be updated monthly, otherwise.
Yep. Otherwise, you don't want them. But what do you guys think of that? That's a pretty cool thing, right?
Very cool.
So this is something that then, now for example, now I have this particular page, Laureate Park. If I wanted to add it, for example, under sell your home, find your home, you could put it under communities, maybe. I don't think you'd want it there. You really want to undersell your home, right? Maybe I put it under, let's see, maybe I add a new one and I'd say, maybe I'd call this Lake Nona Communities or something, right? And I'd put this label. Page is gonna be, oh Lord knows, I just called this Laureate Park. Oh, but see, I have so many pages, I don't know which one this is. So I'm gonna say other and just link it to that page. And then I'm gonna put this after work with us, and I'm gonna say add. So now you'll see this has been added here, Lake Nona Communities. Right? Now I just have that one there now, but I could have added more. So this lives here right now, right? I could have added more, I could have done whatever I wanted, but now that's where it particularly lives. But now I'm gonna show you guys this. You ready for this? Let's see.
Is there anywhere where we can see the traffic that our website is?
Yeah. Mhm. Yes, you can.
Because
on your
after a
dashboard.
while, it's worth, you know, knowing if that effort is making sense for your clientele, right?
Exactly. Something is where it's not loading correctly. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to send this to, I'm going to just send it in a group because I just don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to send this to Andrea. Fine. I'm going to send it to Sherry, Tate, Victoria. I'm gonna send it to Sherry. Send it to Stacy Rollins. I'm gonna send it to Becky. And I'm gonna send it to, oh, who did I lose? Who was on here? Oh, Lisa, where'd you go? Lisa. Okay, everyone take a peek. For some reason. Oh,
So can you shut up? Let's have to go preview.
okay, and tap it.
The only bad thing is it doesn't really come from Carrie. It just starts showing all the numbers.
Well,
and
that's
then
because I didn't do it the right way. I
Okay.
just did it as a group text right now. That's not how it's gonna come. It's gonna come from Reach only to you with your name with a message. I didn't do it that way.
Okay,
I
so
just
there's
wanted you to
no,
look at
there's
it.
no message.
No, I
It's
didn't do
just-
it that
okay.
way. I just wanted you to look at the page. Yeah. Weird is happening on my phone though. My phone is for some reason changing and making it,
Can't see them.
which is weird because
Okay.
mine's responsive and then it changes it from being responsive. Is anybody else doing
So
that?
mine started like this. Like as if it
Mine did
were-
that too, which is bizarre because it was responsive and then it makes it non-responsive. Let me see, edit. Let me go into this page real quick. Anybody else having that problem? Mine was, it shows responsive and then it changes it, which is bizarre. Let me see this. Because I said make it responsive. and It's not making it responsive, which is super weird. Let me see. Oh. Let's say, take a peek. What the heck? Maybe it's the system. What is it? I don't know what that is. Weird. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Okay. Edit. Edit YouTube. Let me repaste that embed code. Copy. Let me repaste that embed code. So I said make responsive, which is weird, right? Okay. That's bizarre. It says make responsive. So it should make it responsive for the phone. I could say not to make it responsive. Let's see if that'll make it better. You know, something might be going on with this site because.
Carrie,
Yeah,
I think we should decrease the width of it because of that's what I see. If you can see what I see, see, I
No,
can
but-
see this.
but I made the book responsive. So it should have nothing to do with that because if it's responsive, it should change
So
it
then
to the size
iPad
of
is
the
it
phone.
should, or the phone is when
Mhm.
it should, yeah.
So see if it does that now because I just made it
At least on the iPad, how it
responsive.
opens, 'cause
Yeah.
that's gonna be-
Let's see if it's better now, but I made it responsive before, so let's see if it does it better now.
No, same
Not-
thing.
It's same thing for me too.
So I'm gonna say, don't make it responsive, which is even weirder because the whole point of it is
Where do you make it responsive now?
when you put it in, when you put the code in. So let's see, I have the code in there. Yeah, that's bizarre. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit this. See, usually I say don't make it responsive. But I said, let's make it responsive. Let's really optimize this, right? Let's really optimize this. And it's not optimized at all. That is weird. Okay, so I'm gonna say don't make it responsive. And okay, let's say, okay. And now let's try that. File, save. Let me publish it first. So otherwise you'll get a 401 error.
Hey, Caitlin, how are you?
Publish. Okay, so let's see. It's publishing 1 second. Okay. Let's see if you rerun it. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Did it work now? That's super weird. Let's just close that and reopen it in the message that I sent. That is so weird. The page was responsive and now it's not responsive. You know what? I need to send this over actually to our team because it's not making the whole page responsive. So this is great because now we can see something is wrong and it's actually with IDC Global. Because if I use, let me see, work with us, elevate. Could be the elevate your business. Let me pull up another. Yeah, see, it's making my other pages responsive. So there's something wrong with, interesting. Why is that not making that page responsive? Elevate your business is responsive. This page is responsive right here. How bizarre is that? This page is functioning as responsive, but this page is not functioning as responsive. So I'm going to send this over just to our team because we got to make sure that whatever we create is responsive. So I'll make sure I do that before we have our thing on the 11th, because these two pages should function exactly the same. Notice they look the same, right? This one here, I use the exact same page template. Like if I sent you guys all this page, take a look at this page. You've actually all had this page. I'm just going to send you this page. Check, everyone click on that page I just sent you. That one's responsive, right? Which is bizarre. Because it's the same exact format of a page.
What did you end up doing?
I just sent you the same page. I did the same formatting, but this isn't responsive and that page was. They all should be because IDC Global made the entire website responsive for the phone. So there's some kind of weird
So
glitch.
that's what it is. When I send the listing presentation, it's not responsive.
So something weird's happening. Why is it making it not responsive? So we're going to find out. So that's okay. It's good that we did this because now we know that. So, all right, guys. Well, what do you guys think of the page anyway? I mean, supposing that it's going to be all responsive. Everybody like it? Now you guys can figure out if you want to do something different, but this is just a suggestion. And then in the text message, we're going to say something about maybe a program about an interest rates, have your cake and eat it too, however you want to say it. But we should say something in the text message about the tides are turning, something about you can still get great rates. Click here to see what's happening in your neighborhood, you know, and then let's see what happens. You guys like it? All right, so we will do our workshop on the 11th. Hope to see a lot of you in person at Dr. Phillips. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you so much, Carrie.
My pleasure. Stop my share. Have a good and happy 4th of July.
Thank you, you too.